not out of the woods yet, but we're in a better place than we were yesterday. We've made some significant progress on the Vision Hills fire located in northern Pueblo County. We have several fire crews that are out there and will remain out there throughout the day. Some concerns that we have still up north is this is a red flag day, so no burning throughout Pueblo County. We would ask the public to stay away from the area. Generally, fire has curiosity and people want to go out and see the effects of it. However, this inhibits law enforcement and or fire response to go to those affected areas, so we would just ask the public for their cooperation. I'll let the mayor give a little bit of an update on the Evraz fire.
So the Evraz fire has been contained. We don't have a percentage of containment now. We have a command staff set out at the Evraz fire. Multiple buildings have collapsed and burned down, but as right now it is contained. But we are asking the public to stay away from the area. We expect high winds coming in this afternoon, and we might have a reignition of fire, so please stay away from the area. We'll be lifting the shelter in place near Evraz. We do have an air advisory out for several areas in the city. Langoni Field, Runyon Field, and the 2 golf courses are closed for the rest of the day.
With respect to the Vision Hills fire, we had lifted an evacuation notice. We have moved to a pre-evacuation notice from 1940 to 2715 Overton Road, both sides of the roadways. Overton Road will remain closed throughout the day as we are expecting these high winds. However, should an evacuation come, the evacuation route will be to the north on Overton Road. Well, I think it's important to talk about the fact that we had a delegation of authority. The Vision Hills fire was delegated to the Department of Fire Protection and Control. So they will assume control and responsibility for that fire and continue to manage with our office and through our media relations. So we're going to continue to monitor that. We're making pretty good headway on that, but again, the winds are going to affect our response and what we're able to do. We've had an outpouring of support from Southern Colorado from our fire agencies, law enforcement agencies to include the Colorado State Patrol, their hazmat team, the Pueblo Police Department, the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office, and other first responders that have really allowed us the ability to manage this. What I think it's important to know is that while this taxes our resources here locally, we still have the ability to respond effectively should something else happen throughout the county. We have a great mutual aid agreement with the City of Pueblo, with our other fire partners throughout the state, and that gives us those resources that we need locally to effectively manage this. As the mayor said, we're still concerned about air quality and the dust that's kicked up as a result of this, and should that wind spark some hot spots, it could require some evacuation. We went to a full activation yesterday afternoon. We want to thank our volunteers that came in to man those posts. I think that's very important that we had those resources. The community was great to respond as well. I think we're going to share some footage of what the Emergency Operations Center has in this clip, which is important to know that your elected leaders have a plan to respond. They implemented that plan. We had a commissioner here, we had the mayor here, and then of course our sheriff's office staff, along with several others that were able to manage this emergency and continue to manage this emergency as it progresses.
We also want to let you know that no structure has burned in the Vision Hills fire, and we've had no loss of life at this point. We
just ask the community to remain vigilant and patient with us. They will see an increase in law enforcement and fire response in the areas. Again, while it may be tempting to go to those areas to look to see the progression, we would just ask you to look to your local media and or social media from the Sheriff's Office and the City of Pueblo to get your updates with the latest and most accurate information as we get it through the Emergency Operations Center.
The EPA arrived late last night in Pueblo to do air quality testing, and they are still on site monitoring the situation at Evraz with our waterways and air quality in general. And any air quality updates will come from PDPAG.